Welcome back to Bash Bros in episode 79 of Notorious Pro Wrestling, the TEW Let's Play series, where we find out what exactly would happen if Conor McGregor started his own wrestling promotion. It is time for the Braveheart pay-per-view. We don't really have any news to discuss, so we will go over what the show was like last time, and also the storylines going into each of the matches at the pay-per-view. So we scored a 61 last time, a bit disappointing after a very strong run of form with 70s out the wazoo, but thankfully a Maki Ito promo rating 83 saved us from a woeful main event with Schadenfreude defeating NIC and the Grizzly Young Vets, but the wild brawl stipulation to the match really hindered Jonathan Gresham, who is one of our best performers. We don't really have any news to discuss, at all, so let's look at the match card and the storylines. Rey Fenix debuted a couple of months ago as the mystery opponent for Pentagon Jr, and since then they have been on a bit of a tag team streak, but in the background something hasn't been quite right. In the background, Sonico has been watching Rey Fenix and seems to have a personal grudge against him, attacking him viciously and attacking any luchador in NPW. It was revealed that there might be a bit of jealousy on Sonico's behalf. Jake the Snake Robert revealed that many moons ago Sonico and Pentagon were very close, almost like brothers, before their big feud. And now that Pentagon's blood brother Rey has returned, Sonico sees him as competition. Will Sonico be able to keep on a straight head as he faces Rey Fenix tonight one-on-one? After defending her title against Tessa Blanchard last month, Maki Ito challenged her mentor to a match at this pay-per-view. Maiko agreed but said that she will treat Maki as an enemy right up until the match itself. And she did not lie, sucker punching, slapping and even trying to injure Riho to get Maki to take the match seriously. Maki has approached it with her usual comedic shtick until last week, where we saw a bit more of a vicious side to Maki when she already defeated Debbie Keitel. Will Maiko's mind games continue tonight, and will it be enough for her to win the Women's Championship from Maki Ito? Aussie Open had some not nice things to say about Kings of the North after claiming that they won the titles their way, and that caused a bit of friction between the two teams. This friction was taken advantage of by Epitaph through mind games and also via sneaky tactics, going as far as to hit Mark Davies with a chair and frame one of the members of Kings of the North for it. Aussie Open got a measure of revenge, interfering in the number one contendership match between Kings of the North and NIC, attacking Eddie Dennis, allowing Kings of the North to get the win. So tonight they get that title shot as Kings of the North attempt to take the titles away from the NPW Tag Team Champions Aussie Open. Martina was once scared of Crazy Mary Dobson and begged Rhea O'Reilly to not pursue this vendetta she had against the Wild One. However, friendship overcomes all, and Martina finally stood up to Crazy Mary Dobson to save her friend Rhea O'Reilly from a post-match beatdown. Martina then got an upset win on an episode of Wanted due to Rhea O'Reilly's interference. Jake the Snake Robert then approached the ladies and said Crazy Mary Dobson wants Martina one-on-one in a hardcore match, and that is what we're getting tonight. Relationships are complicated. Angelina Love believed that Vicky Haskins was flirting with Ace Austin. This was not the case. This led to both women inadvertently costing their partners their matchups by brawling at ringside. Being men, Ace Austin and Mark Haskins then accidentally annoyed their partners in their own unique way. That was a mistake, because Angelina Love and Vicky Haskins then believed that the issue was not themselves, but actually with Ace and Mark, and forced them to tag together. Admittedly though, to some success, winning 2 matches. The men then fired back at the women, claiming that it was actually the women who were the problem, and that as wrestlers they would sort it out as wrestlers do. And that is in the ring. So tonight, Ace Austin and Mark Haskins leave their women in the back as they hope to sort the issues out like men do. And that is by wrestling each other in minimal clothes. So tonight it is Ace Austin versus Mark Haskins one-on-one. As has become annual tradition as well, we will have the return of the Braveheart Battle Royale, with the winner getting a title shot at the Frostbite pay-per-view next month. Talent from all over Scotland will participate. New faces, old faces, and some surprise returns. And in our main event, Pac has been on a warpath since debuting in NPW. He attacked and injured Grado, he beat and injured Conor McGregor, and now he hopes to beat, injure, and hopefully win the NPW title from Pentagon Jr. Pentagon's old mentor Jake has also thrown his hat into the mix and has partnered up with the bastard Pac. So what role will he play in the match tonight? That is the card for our annual trip to Scotland as we look at the Braveheart pay-per-view tonight. So let's book it, shall we? Okay, and we are back coming at you from the Liquid Room in Scotland. It is the Braveheart pay-per-view. There isn't really much to talk about. It all fitted in pretty well. I don't really have any massive concerns. Not a massive amount of promos, but not a lot of promos or angles, but I had a lot of matches to fit on the card, and they all did nicely. So yeah, I'm happy enough with this card. So let's start the show. In a backstage pre-show angle, Aussie Open and Kings of the North promised that after tonight they bury the hatchet, that they know the NIC were the issue all along. 44 rated angle, which is okay. Then in a pre-show match, Riho defeated Raven Creed in 9:59 with a jumping knee strike. Raven Creed had a 42 and Riho had a 55. 52 overall. Then on to the main show, the Braveheart Battle Royale. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Grado won the Battle Royale for the second year in a row. Grado wins. The other members of the Final Four were Kenny Williams, Kez Evans, and Daz Black. DCT was the surprise, or as AEW likes to call them, the wild card. Overall 55, it's grand. I'm happy enough with that. It's a Battle Royale. You never really know what you're going to get. But yeah, I am more than happy enough with that. DCT was only in for the one appearance. We called up a bunch of guys from Rev Pro, such as Daz Black, Dickie Divers, Jack Morris, and Kez Evans. So yeah, I am super happy with that. And that means Grado will go on to face, for the second year in a row, the champ at Frostbite. Next up, in a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Ace Austin defeated Mark Haskins in 14:33 with the Fold after Angelina Love interfered. Yes, after agreeing to leave their managers in the back. Who would have thunk it? The heels lied. Ace had a 65, Mark had a 64. Angelina, and a bunch of bonuses, for Ace and Angelina. 67 overall. Great match, really great match. This feud maybe has another month or two, actually longer. I plan on introducing Kip Sabian into this match and make it like a three-way feud, with Kip being super bad and trying to steal both of the valets. And next up, before the match, Martina enters as the Session Goth. Yes, her persona for her hardcore matches, Martina enters as that. It's 57 overall, which is good. And then on to the match itself. Chrissy Mary Dobson defeated Martina in 14:31 with a split-legged moonsault. Dobson had 57, Martina a 47, which is not good, but it was a wild brawl, so that could have hindered her performance. And Jake and Mary have good chemistry. 55 overall, which is good. Next up, in an exceptional match, Ray Phoenix defeated Sonico in 14:52 when Sonico got himself disqualified after attacking in a rage. Ray had a 76, Sonico had a 57, and 70 overall, which is absolutely phenomenal. Jake did good work at ringside, and they have good chemistry, Sonico and Jake. So yes, during this match then, Sonic will get frustrated, and as he has been doing quite a lot, viciously attacking Ray to the point where he has to be pulled off by the refs and by Jake at ringside. And next up, in a superb match, Aussie Open defeated Kings of the North in 1759 when Mark Davies pins Damien Corbin with a fidget spinner. Aussie Open make it defense number 4 for the tag titles. Damien at 51, that's a lot better than he has been doing. Bonesaw 59, Kyle at 64, Mark at 67, and tag bonuses for Aussie Open. 64 overall, which is good, very good. So this will be the blow off for this. I don't really know who's going to be the next competitors for the tag titles. I'm thinking Grizzled Young Vets, with them kind of joining that faction with Nick Aldis, which hasn't been named yet, but it will be named next episode, because we really haven't done that faction that has all the gold yet. So I'd like to do that. So yeah, I think that maybe Grizzled Young Vets will be a good shout for that. Next up, in a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Maki Ito defeated Maiko Satomura in 1759. And that is defense number 2 for Maiko. 66 for Maiko, 59 for Maki Ito. And, they have great chemistry. Shit. Do I turn one of them heel now? I don't know. 62 overall. I was expecting a wee bit more from this possibly, but overall not too disappointed. 62 is a damn fine match. Post match then, all 3 of the Joshis come out, hug, cry, and celebrate together. 68 overall. And in our main event, Pac defeated Pentagon in 1957 with the Black Arrow, making Pac our new Notorious Pro Wrestling Champion. Pac had a 69, Penta had a 66. Oh, but they don't click, and it made for an awkward bout. I thought that was a bit low for both guys. 69 overall. That is sad. It's really sucky. I thought that was going to be an absolute barnstormer. Post match then, Pac celebrates with Jake and Sonico and Dobson, and Jake's like, go get a chair. So Pac grabs a chair and just starts laying waste to Pentagon. Ray comes out, Sonico attacks him, and then Pac starts to destroy him too, and they all start to celebrate. And then Pac takes the chair and proceeds to beat the shit out of Jake and Sonico, and you know what, fuck it, Mary Dobson too. Pac just lays everyone to waste, absolutely everyone. And then he stands in the middle of the ring, has a chair in one hand, the belt in the other, and raises the chair above his head instead. Choosing violence is Pac. But yes, a brand new champion. Pac is our champion now. 68 overall, I will take that considering of the slightly disappointing main event. A couple of wee bits of news I want to discuss. Kane looks like he's leaving WWE. Again, I think maybe an age thing. Possibly a charisma thing for the AI to be like, nope, don't want you about anymore. We're not going to be hiring him. Shocking, I know, but he can go be a mayor of some fucking place. I don't know. DCT leaving us again. It was only a 1-night contract, so not surprised by that. Mark Dallas, this happens a lot. I don't know Mark Dallas to be an actually scummy person in real life, but the game certainly thinks he is. He pissed off Thomas Cairns, who is one of the referees at ICW, and he has left, apparently. So, there you go. Again, I don't know. I just don't know if that's a real life thing. And before we go, I want to give a shout out to Pentagon. So obviously we have had him drop the belt to Pac, but like, what a champion. I think his reign lasted something like nearly 400 days. Just honestly, like, he just been unbelievable as a champion. Like, defense after defense, averaging definitely 60, a little bit of 70s there. Yeah, great. Been an amazing champion. The belt itself, like, gradually has gotten more and more prestigious. Not a massive amount, but, you know, it takes a lot, I suppose. The belt is only like 2 years old at this stage. So, yeah. Penta, thank you for your service as champion. It's been great. So that is it then for another episode of Notorious Pro Wrestling. If you did like it, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this particular episode. Next time you guys will be back will be next week for the Fallout show of Braveheart and the official crowning ceremony, naming ceremony of the new faction for Nick Aldis, Zach Gibson, James Drake, and maybe Easton Reese. But we'll see. If you have any ideas for any other factions, storylines, feuds, tag teams, put it in the comments below and I will try book it for you. All that being said, I will see you next time on Bash Bros.